9:34 on a moving clock. 1st and 10 from the Elon 39. Cheek zips one out. Far side. This is Weeks with the grab. Cortez will make a blue hit and miss and take it all the way to the Elon 49. I believe that's going to be enough in the 10 yards needed to move the sticks, and indeed it will be. And boy, the Phoenix, who did such a great job at Richmond of getting Weeks involved, are doing the same right here on the opening shot.
Cortez Weeks has got the ball on a jet sweep so far today. Their little tunnel screen play out to the outside. He had a fairly quiet game against New Hampshire, but getting involved early here against Delaware.
Braylon Cyphers in the almost 5 minutes old opening drive of the afternoon for the Phoenix. Clock moving on a 3rd down and 6 from the Delaware 46. Cheek the straight drop, looking. He'll shoot one out. Pass caught. Cyphers and Breland unable to get to the 1st down marker. Sal Morrow, the 4th-year junior from out of Staten Island, New York, comes up to make the tackle, and that'll make it 4th down. They'll spot it at the dough, but dinged up this week in practice, unable to go. Cheek, the win on 1st down. He'll find Jackson Parham across the midfield stripe to the 49-yard line, and just like that, an 8-yard gain makes it 2nd and 2. Carries 30 yards and the only going. Cheek play action. He'll find Weeks inside the red zone, inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Game on the play will be of 7. So Saturday Elon Football Live to talk to Joey and also head coach Tony Trisciani. Is Cheek on 1st down, zips one out. Cole Taylor making the catch off of the out route. Boy, Cole just simply reached up the paw and hauled it in right there with Raya Burton, the 3rd-year sophomore, in coverage.
Really good adjustment there from Cole Taylor, using all of that 6'3" frame, extending the arm, as you said. Taylor able to reach out, pull that one in. And Elon moves the sticks just
defensively, utilizing the bandit as well, as Weeks will come in motion across the formation going to the far side. On 2nd down, Davis will shoot one out. Ball hits the turf, but I believe the Phoenix have hopped on it, and Cortez Weeks, Delaware says they've got it. And the officials will step in and unpile things. And Cortez Weeks up with it. In fact, it is Weeks and Garrett that eyed lone wide out to the far side. Cheek, straight drop off of the snap. Looking, he'll shoot one out. Pass caught. Cortez Weeks. Weeks tries to shimmy and make one blue hit and miss, but cannot. Is coming up to make the stop. Phoenix so far on the afternoon, 1 for 3 in 3rd down opportunities. Jones in motion to the near side. Cheek the snap, looking for Avery, and simply throws it behind him. Henley and Anthony Toro in coverage, but the 3 and out from the shadow of their goal line at the 1. And the snap, Davis Cheek will simply just sneak it right over the top of the left guard for the Phoenix. That is Michael McNair, the tailback. 3rd down and 10. Phoenix on the afternoon, 1 for 4 in 3rd down opportunities. The snap, straight drop. Cheek's got time, shoots one out, and it is incomplete, intended for Cortez Weeks. Covering on the play is Anthony. And indeed, it will be Chandler on the force, Monson on the recovery. And on 1st down, Cheek simply flips one out to Daltrey, and Bryson Daltrey leaving blue hidden defenders in his wake. He'll take it past the 10 straight drives. But Elon's still in front, 7-0, as Cheek will zip one out once again. The catch made by Daltrey. Bryson got it to the perimeter and across the 25 to the 26, 27-yard line. Gain on the play will be of 12. Offensive coordinator Drew Fulmar just to our right here upstairs in the Carl Woods Center. The snap, Cheek, play action, looking, got plenty of time. He'll uncork one, pass incomplete. Intended for Parham. Forced the turnover, and Elon heads into the break, leading by the 7-0 count. Phoenix 161 yards in total offense, including 94 on the ground. Delaware is held to just 142, including 37 yards on the ground. Phoenix on the year have been given up just under 180 yards a ball game on the ground. Delaware came in rushing it for 130 yards a contest. Phoenix are 2 of 8 in 3rd down opportunities, and Delaware is 2 for 5 in 3rd downs. Couple of individual numbers as we send you to the break. We mentioned earlier Thomas, 4 carries, 32 yards. He's the leading rusher. McNair, 5 for 30. Cortez Weeks has caught 4 balls for 20 yards. Thyron Pitts has caught 3 for 56. Pat Kehoe, 9 for 14 and 85 yards. And Davis Cheek, 9 for 12 for 67 yards. Speaking of the Matthews, North Carolina native, we mentioned earlier, 12 months since the Phoenix and Blue Hens last squared off at Tubby Raymond Field. That was the afternoon that Cheek had his sophomore season cut short. When we roll on, Katie Halter and her team have got an excellent look at what the last 12 months have been like for Davis Cheek. That and more when the Thomas Tire Halftime Report rolls on. Video and audio for the Davis.
We were doing a pretty good job of winning games up until that point, but they were a good team, and that we knew we had to go in there, and it was going to be a 4-quarter game.
I remember the play when Davis was rolling to his left and got caught up in the turf and went down, and at the time I really had no idea how significant the injury was.
So it was a 3rd down play, and we didn't have anything right away. Started to bounce back side, didn't see anything, felt some pressure, so I start rolling out to my left, and as I flip, foot goes in the ground, I can just feel it pop, and then immediately I just hold on to the ball, go down. More than anything, I was just like, all right, you got to get up, and I just didn't really know how to. My first reaction was, let's put a brace on, let's do something so I can get back out there.
It was later in the game when I noticed, and I remember saying on the headsets, I'm like, what's going on with Davis? He's not back in, and I had no idea how significant the injury actually was.
I knew it wasn't good because there was a certain test they do, kind of seeing like just a baseline test. I failed that test, and so they were like, yeah, it's not smart for you to go back in.
You know, what I recall of Davis during that last stretch of 6 games was just being around Daniel Thompson and Jalen Green and supporting those guys and supporting the team.
I wanted to be the tough guy going into surgery, kind of be like, you know, I'm gonna get this done, I'm gonna get back out, and I'm gonna just, you know, try to be around as much as possible and that kind of stuff. And people were around, but it was definitely tougher to get back in. It's always tough to watch the games, knowing that, you know, knowing that I should have had more of an impact than I did. I think just with surgery being a lot harder than I thought, it definitely started off difficult. My quad actually wouldn't wake up, so after the process, I had to have a coach put a weight to basically hold my leg out like this. That way it could relax and things like that, because I couldn't pick it up. I couldn't do anything even remotely close to that.
You know, Davis in the spring was very good. I mean, he's locked in every meeting. He's like having another coach around the kids.
I started to feel okay. I could run and stuff like that, but it wasn't what I thought it would be. So more than anything, yeah, it was tough again just to watch from the sideline, because I had a lot of hope going into it that I'd be able to start at least getting into some things.
So we had tweaked some things schematically from last season and some terminology to try to streamline some of our offensive terms and scheme, and he was right there with the guys and very supportive and anxious to get in.
Realistically, I only got about 4 weeks until the season, until camp started, to actually train fully.
I think Davis has come back real strong. You know, he surprised me early in the season with his ability to pull the ball down and run and use his legs to get us some first downs. And he ran strong, and he ran with some elusiveness. I think he's back there with some confidence right now and not thinking about the knee and playing football. I've
been feeling really good. My the one thing last year is I had a lot of other imbalances in my body, just little things like my back, which made my hips tight, which I think contributed to tearing my ACL. So I've been really part of the process, and part of the rehab process was getting all of those things straightened out. And that's a big part, because if you don't feel good, then mentally you get more drained. And so it's just a huge process from there. I would say if I'm not 100%, I am as close as you can get without being it.
11 or worse will begin things 1st and 10 from the 25, moving toward the south end zone here at Rhodes Stadium. Out of the pistol set, play action by Cheek. He'll load and fire, caught Cole Taylor. That's good enough for a first down all the way to the 37. Needed 10, rings up 12. Taylor with his second catch of the afternoon.
That's been Cole Taylor's play the last couple of weeks, Taylor, on a first down, Run an out route to the sticks, get yourself open in the back end of the coverage. And Davis Cheek put it right on the money. Good way to start and build some confidence for the Phoenix.
Road Stadium bathed in sunshine on this October Saturday as Cheek will take the snap, shoots one out. Cole Taylor, pass caught. Taylor trying to get away from the would-be tackle and cannot. No out of the second half after having just the solo catch in the opening 30 minutes. Cheek will keep it himself off of the zone read. Davis takes it to the 45, maybe the 44-yard line. Johnny Buchanan.
They've gone to it 3 times now today.
Deshaun McNair is the tailback. A little bit of movement up front by the Blue Hens, but everybody able to hold their water. The snap, Cheek, straight drop. Here comes the pressure. He'll zip one out. Caught Matt Foster. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Elon. The Phoenix just kept pounding and pounding and pounding away, and they finally got the look going right down the seam. And Davis Cheek to Matt Foster rings it up, the second touchdown on the year for Foster, and it's touchdown number 10 for Cheek.
Well, Taylor, Delaware brought a corner blitz on that play, meaning one less defensive back for Foster to deal with, and he found himself wide open. Great job in pass blocking by Deshaun McNair to give Cheek time. Davis didn't miss, and it's a 2-score ball game.
Skylar Davis to attempt the
offense.
Base look, Matt. 2 wides to the far side, 1 to the near. It's Avery Jones to the near. Cheek on play action. Pocket hold. Shoots one out. Pass caught Matt Foster. And Foster across the midfield stripe. Let's wait and see where they mark it. They will mark it at the Delaware 46-yard line. So a gain on the play of 12 when 7 would have done. And that's a first down for the Phoenix. And boy, Chad Nelson is just doing workman-like things right now at that left tackle spot.
You're absolutely right, Taylor. Gives Dave Cheek time to stand in the pocket, go through his check downs, found the open man in Foster.
2 for 59 yards for Foster. First catch was a 47-yard touchdown strike from Cheek. Matt will set the wing on the far side. Play action to Cyphers. Davis whips it out. That's caught by Cortez Weeks. Inside the 40, he'll take it down to the 35-yard line. Needed 10 rings.
As they're gassed, and if they can limit substitutions, that's good.
Just 6 snaps in the second half for the Blue Hens so far. Screen to Weeks on the outside. Cortez will take it inside the 25 to the 24-yard line, and now it's coming in chunks. 12 to Foster, 11 and 11 to Weeks. The 4th-year junior from out of Bear in the first state. Second down, Cheek, straight drop, shoots one to the outside, pass caught, Cole Taylor, and he'll be run out of bounds at the 15-yard line. First down and 10, ball spotted at the Blue Hen 44. Back to work goes Cheek, he'll shoot one out to the far side, pass caught, Cortez Weeks, inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. And so make it second down and 4, man.
Well, Taylor, the key when you're throwing screen passes to receivers on the edge like that is to be able to get good blocking out there. And Cole Taylor put the block on that situation, allowed Cortez Weeks to evade a couple of tacklers, make it second down and medium.
Phoenix have got to snap it one more time. There's about a 9-second difference between play clock and game clock. As Bryson Daughtry sets up to the near side. Cheek on the afternoon, 17 for 20. It's been workmanlike. Play action, he'll shoot one out. Caught, Jackson Parkham. Make him 18 of 21. Jackson will get out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. And a first and 10.
Pretty simple out route there. Cheek simply makes the connection.
8 straight to open up the second half and lead by that 28-point margin with just under 9 minutes left. Cheek on first down, he'll zip one out, pass caught Cortez Weeks. And Weeks will be knocked out of bounds at the 34-yard line, gain of 9 on the play. Noah Platt comes up to make the stop. 9. Snap, play action, screen to the near side. This is Daughtry with the grab, and Bryson, a little bit of a heady move that time to slide down when he got to the 40-yard line. Davis on second down, shoots one out. Bryson Daughtry near side. Daughtry turns on the Jets across the 40 down to the 30-yard line, and he'll slide, and that'll be another first down. Gain on the play will be of 24.
Play action there, kept the ball in the belly of Breland Cyphers. Cheek pulls it out, zips it out to Daughtry, who alertly slides down once again.
Boy, Cheek working with the 2 tight end look. The snap. Once again, the little screen shot. This one to Daughtry, and Bryson's got room inside the 10. Cuts his way to the 5. Diving for the end zone and cannot get in down to the 1-yard line. I think 17 wanted 8 to break the plane that time and put 6 on the board.
Bryson Daughtry putting defenders on skates all the way through. Slipped away from 4 or 5 tackles out of the outside edge.
Inside the CPI security red zone. As Matt told you, and you get a look at the replay from our friends at Elon Sports Vision, boy, Bryson had multiple Delaware defenders grabbing air.